Okay, this is Monday, August 25th, 2025, meeting of the Berlin Board of Assessors. As a preliminary matter, please note that this meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you. Take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. This is Kevin Vaughn, Chair of the Board of Assessors. Permit me to confirm all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present, can hear me prior to me calling the meeting to order. So members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Bev Wheeler,
Here.
Roger Bradley.
Here.
Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Linda Barisha.
Here.
Okay. Anticipated speakers on the agenda. Do we have someone on the agenda for tonight?
Hi, this is Danielle Avery. I'm on the call.
Okay, all right. With a quorum of the board present, I call this meeting to order at 6:10 p.m. on Monday, August 25th, 2025. Okay. So why don't we just hear our attendee first? That might be the easiest thing, so she doesn't have to sit through a 3-hour meeting here to discuss stuff. Is that all right? Does somebody want to make a comment on that?
That's fine.
I'm fine.
Raj?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
All right, Daniel, do you want to just give us a rundown of what the story is for everybody?
Yes, I will do that. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I had requested a clerical error abatement be filed under Chapter 58, Section 8 with the Department of Revenue. And the reason for my request is that it was discovered that 624 square feet of my garage was misclassified as first floor living space. And then additionally, another 624 square feet was classified as finished basement space.
What
so
was it? As what business?
Finished basement.
Oh, okay.
So a total of about 1,250 square feet misclassified. And so I did do some calculations there based on the information that I had on the field card, but it's a pretty significant amount of money over the years. So I had requested that that be filed.
And what was the total on that amount? And you can tell us how you got there.
So if you look at, I looked at all the years, fiscal year 22, 23, 24, and 25. So if we look at the numbers from last year alone, right, because I did each calculation separately, there's different tax rate every year. So the first floor was calculated at 2,464 feet, 2,464 square feet. The corrected amount is 1,828 square feet. So if you look at the value of the 2,464 square feet on the field card, it's valued at 360,760.
Well, how much money?
Well, I'm going through the calculation. So the value of our first floor, according to the field card, is 360,760. Right. So that gives you a value per square foot of living area of $146.41. So the difference between the 2,464 square feet and the corrected 1,828 square feet amounts to a tax overpayment of $1,321.35. And I get that using the $14.19 as per $1,000 for that year. Do you follow that? Do I need to give more info there?
So wouldn't you take the 1,321 times 1419?
Nope.
No?
That's the total is 1,321.35 and 35 cents. So
That's that's dollars or square feet?
that's dollars. So the value per dollar value per square feet, right? Is
I don't-
100. Okay,
Go
so
ahead, yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this well. I apologize, but okay. So the field card says that the first floor is 2,464 square feet, right? The dollar value on that is 360,760. Okay, so if you take 360,760 and you divide it by those square feet, 2,464 square feet per square foot would be a value of 146.41. But the actual square footage is 1,828 square feet, right? So 1,828 square feet times that $146.41 gives you a value of 267,641. So the difference in the values is $93,118.25. So meaning that for that first floor, it was overvalued by $93,118. So now, of course, the tax rate is $14.19 per 1,000. Okay, so if you then take the difference, the $93,118 that was overvalued, divide that by 1,000, and then multiply by the $14.19, it comes out to $1,321.
For the for the 3 years?
No, that's the first floor for 2025.
For
If you
2020?
do the basement for 2025, it comes out to an overtax of $542. So the total overtax for 2025 is $1,863.
Okay. I'm not sure I have all this correct, but there have been some updates down at this property, correct? Can you go over those for me?
Yes, I will. So, yeah, you had left me
Can
a
you please put
message.
the camera on because
I'm
those are
sorry, what?
the camera on, Danielle.
Oh,
Oh, I don't have a camera. I apologize about that, but I don't have a camera here. Yeah, so you had left me a message about a bunch of different things, some things that were here when the house was built and are on the original building plan, like the fireplace.
what
Let me
about the
see, I
kitchen
wrote
in the
this down.
basement?
Yeah,
Now
that was here. And if you look at the plumbing permit, you can see that the dishwasher in the basement is permitted.
But-
The kitchen sink, the laundry, all of that was here originally. We did not make any of those updates.
Right, but we never got in to see that from my understanding. So you were never taxed on those items, from my understanding.
So I don't really know. I know that they appeared prior to anyone ever coming in the house anyways, so somehow those items were identified without coming in the property. But when the home was signed off, the occupancy permit, those things were all here.
Right,
So-
but we didn't know they were there.
So
It-
because,
so
is that because you don't communicate with the building inspector? I don't quite understand that part.
I'm not sure of how all that works either. But when the house was sold, we usually try to get in there when you bought it to get it correct. That's our goal, okay? So whether the kitchen was there or wasn't there, it was there, but
It was
the other
there.
side is you weren't taxed on the kitchen.
Okay,
whole
and
kitchen
so
in the basement.
that's fine. Like, if that's the case, that's fine. I mean, I don't understand how two departments that work right next to each other and permits were pulled for these things don't communicate to know that. But I am simply asking for the math to be done, because even when you look at so the last tax bill or field card, that those items were all on the field card, okay? But they
And
don't
when was,
cancel
what
each
date
other
was
out.
that? What date was that?
So that says 12/16/2024. If you look at that one, it shows shed, in-ground pool, patio, fireplace,
I'm sorry, what was the date of that again? I didn't get that. What?
12/16/2024. So somehow, without getting into the home, all of those items appeared on the field card, right? So there's some way that that was identified.
So
Um,
what items? So,
the
can-
kitchen in the basement, the gas fireplace, again, all original to the house, but were not listed out separately on the field card. So I'm not an expert. I can't really say whether or not those were included in the assessment. I would have assumed they were because they were here, but said like on the 12/16/2024 card, those items are then listed separately.
have we been in there since?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the date of that card?
I have asked for that, but I have not received it.
So the only time that they allowed for us to do an inspection is that when Danielle came to our office and she requested that we inspect her property because she had some discrepancies regarding the HVAC. But prior to that, we have a history that we were not allowed. And
So yeah, and I did go back. I don't have any record of anyone ever asking me to come into the property. I know that someone did show up here at one point and I answered the door and they wanted to go around back and look at the pool, and they did that. And at that time, they did not request to come inside.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
when you were in our office and you requested for someone to come in your house, when we asked, because we usually put notes on the field card in our CAMA database, you said that you apologized that your dad did not allow.
No, I did not apologize. I made a joke because someone in the office said something along the lines of, "Oh, I wasn't allowed in that property." And I said, "Really? By who?" And they responded and said, "Oh, I don't know." And I said, "Oh, if anyone, it was probably my dad. He's a grumpy old man." Now, in reality, that was a complete joke. My dad never would have ever heard the doorbell. He wouldn't have answered the door on the first floor. It was a lighthearted joke. That was not to be taken as a refusal or my confirmation of refusal. Um, it was a comment and a joke that I obviously should not have made because it was taken far too seriously. I also called him a grumpy old man. It was clearly a joke. Do you have a note in the system that says during our ownership, someone came to the door and requested interior access and was denied that?
We do.
And when was that?
That was when Joanne explained to you which date she was there. She was in 3 occasions there. And I
She
believe
didn't tell me what dates those were.
it's in the field card. It should, all the visitation. It's usually
Yep, I
listed in the-
see it. So there's one 12/14, 2016. That was new construction. We did not own the home. 131, 2017. Again, new construction. We didn't own the home. And then 5/6, 2022, which was with the pool. And I answered the door and she asked to go around back and I granted that and she did not ask to come in. But either way, I mean, it doesn't really like that's somewhat irrelevant to this error because it the value of the extra kitchen and whatever other things that are not on this card, they
Like
don't
what
balance
other
out.
things? Like what other
Like
things?
the thing, so okay, so the fireplace, right? There originally, but was not listed out separately. Okay. Extra kitchen and same thing. They don't amount to anywhere close to what the amount of overtax was for the first floor. So I would simply ask that we do the math because it's still significant.
Hi,
Um,
excuse me 1 second. We have Jason Paquette on the line. Jason, can you please introduce yourself and put the camera on?
Hi, Jason Paquette, 35 Ball Hill Road. I was just coming to listen in to see what the updates were about the reval. I didn't have anything that I was planning on saying.
Okay, do you mind putting the camera on?
Do I need to, or can I leave it off? I'm also multitasking.
The rules are for the camera on, but I mean, I cannot force anyone.
Yeah, I don't even see, I see the option to unmute myself. I don't even see an option to turn my camera on.
I just promoted you to a panelist, so you can try.
And I may lose my headphones here.
There you go.
there you are.
How are you? Okay.
All right, so
yeah,
back
good.
to Danielle. But there are a few other things there. Can you tell us what those other two or three items were that I guess we didn't have?
So I think that's pretty much it. I mean, the pool was inspected when it was built. You said something about not knowing that we had a hot tub. There is no hot tub. There is in our pool, the way the shell is created, there's like a separate dip that is, I think they refer to it as a spa. It's not the same as a hot tub. It doesn't have, the bubbles and all that. It simply has the ability to be heated at a different temperature than our pool. I think you said you didn't know about the pool heater. Again, like that was permitted. But the pool itself is on there, appears on the card when it should,
Does,
based on the year that it was built.
So-
Danielle, I'm promoting you to a panelist. Can you please accept this and put the camera on?
I don't know if that makes a difference there, but I at least have a D now.
Yeah, I just asked you to join, to start a video.
I can try to start a video, but I don't think that it's going to show anything.
so while you're trying to do that, and what is that section of the pool called?
So it's a fiberglass pool. It has a dip in it. So it's basically like, the beginning of the shallow end is one very, very shallow area. Almost like for small children to be able to play. And then the other side of the shallow end has a separate dip with,
Dip, is that the word I'm looking for? Dip?
I don't know what else to call it.
Okay, all right,
It's just within the form of the fiberglass pool.
Okay.
Value wise, that itself is absolutely no different value than having the same size pool without that. That area has the ability to be heated at a different temperature than the pool.
is that heated?
Yes, our pool is heated. So there's a heater that goes for the pool, and that works for the entire thing, but you can set the temperature in that area at a different temperature if you wanted to.
Okay, all right, so we have a dip, we have a heater. Again, I don't know what that presents. And then where are we with the screened-in porch?
Yeah, so the porch, the floor and ceiling there was existing. Two of the walls are just the house. The support beams were existing too because they're holding up the deck. They did add like PVC board and screens to make that screened in.
Okay,
That is, yeah, and I mean, most of that was existing as well. It was not a structural change, but if there needs to be tax on an
Is there-
outbuilding for that, that's fine.
is there a roof on that screened-in porch?
It's the bottom of the deck.
So when it rains, the deck leaks through onto the screen porch?
No, it does not. There is a system in there that drains the water to a gutter.
Okay, all right, so it does have some sort of roof on it then, I guess. Okay, all right.
Yeah, all I'm asking is that I don't want to go back and forth over all these things. I'm just asking that the math be done, because when I look at this and I look at what the values of the different things are, I'm not opposed to making this 100% correct. I am fine with that. But when I look at the value of, a gas fireplace that wasn't listed separately at $3,400, right? And if we're talking, say, $14 per 1,000 as a tax rate, I mean, we're looking at like $50. And I just gave you math that shows that I was overtaxed by over $1,300 for 1 year. So all I'm asking is that we go and we do the math and look at, because I can't do all that. I can only do what I have on these field cards. I can't estimate the value of other things, right? Like previous to this, like I can't say what the extra kitchen value was in 2022. I'm not an expert. I don't know.
So what
But
do you think the value of a kitchen is this day and age?
well, on the 24 card, it says 9,700. Now, obviously, things have gone up significantly from 2022. So what was it in 2022? I don't know. Like that would be something for the assessor's office to determine, right? But
Yeah,
I'm asking that we do the math and know what truly is the number, because I can tell you what the overtax was, and you're coming back at me and saying, but you had this and this and we didn't know about them, and so were they taxed on? Well, that's another thing I don't really know, because I don't understand how a house can be built with blueprints for a gas fireplace and was put in originally, yet I wasn't assessed on that or taxed on that. That doesn't totally make sense to me, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. I would just like for the math to be done, look at the numbers and determine, if that clerical error abatement should be filed, because in my opinion, it should. It's a lot of money. And I'm not trying to be difficult, but I have to advocate here, because it's significant.
Okay. You have an ending comment, Danielle? I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah,
Just that, yeah, that I would request that a clerical error abatement be filed under chapter 58, section 8. And if there are things that need to be recalculated going back 2022 that are, work the other way, I'm for that. I'm for correcting this and finding out what the real numbers are. But from what I can see, based on the most recent field card that does have some of those things there, the discrepancies there they simply do not rationalize the overpayment.
okay. All right. I guess we'll have some type of, I don't know, we'll make some assessment after the meeting to see how we'll look at that. Okay.
Yep, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bev, did you have something to finish with her that on that? If you have another.
No, I was all set.
Okay, Raj.
No, I got it.
Okay, and Jason, do you want to sit through our meeting, or do you have something on the assessors?
No, I was just curious to get the information about the reval, if that was already discussed and I missed it. Otherwise, I was just curious of what the update was.
The reval of what?
The revaluation, I thought I saw it on the agenda, so I was just going to sit in and I was just curious.
Okay, then you can sit. I have no problem with that. Okay. The next item, so somebody wanna, I don't know what minutes we're on here. I have a couple. Do we, June 23rd, is that the meetings minutes we're on?
So that's one of the questions I had for Linda is I don't know if it's just a typo from Dawn and we're looking for the minutes to approve the minutes for the last meeting we had on July 28th.
So the meeting
Instead
for
of
the
June
July 28th didn't happen because we had a Zoom link issue, and that's why.
Oh, that's right.
Correct. So
Okay.
that's why we do
Okay.
have
Right.
the June meeting minutes that.
Okay,
need
I
to
get the
be-
minutes. I got the minutes to read then
Yep.
for the
So
June
do
3rd.
we still
We
have
need
to
to
do
approve.
July 28th, or did they get put on June 23rd?
We didn't have
We
a
didn't
meeting.
have-
Remember, we had Zoom issues?
Okay, so we can't sign that. Moving on. Okay. Bev, if
So
you
I'm
wanna
going
read
to, yes,
June
So on-
23rd.
June 23rd. The meeting, Kevin called the meeting to order at 6:01. Attendees were Kevin Pond, Bev Wheeler, Roger Bradley, and Linda Barisha. Approved, we motioned to accept the minutes of May 12th. Motion was made by Kevin, seconded by Roger, and approved. Reval update FY fiscal year 26. We're continuing working on the reval with the Mass Department of Revenue and Vision Software. Old business was inspections by office staff for building permit and new sales ongoing. New business was there was 9 motor vehicle excise abatements. Education update, Linda let us know she would not be attending the conference, so she would be able to wrap up the reval and fiscal year end. The Board of Assessors had nothing to vote on. We had documents to be signed. We had the minutes for April 14th to sign, May 12th to sign. Motor vehicle commitment number 3, there were 177 bills totaling $39,819.56. Month ending reports for real estate and CPA exemptions. Month ending reports for real estate, personal property, motor vehicle, and CPA abatements. And any other documents that needed to be signed were left for us there, as well as the building permit report for May of 2025, Warren Group Sales Report for May 2025. Our next meeting was scheduled for July 28th at 6 p.m. And motion to adjourn was made by Roger at 6:12, seconded by myself, Beverly Wheeler, and the meeting was adjourned.
So is that time?
Questions or comments?
Is that time correct?
Yeah, that was
6:01?
a short meeting.
I guess.
We started at 6:01 and we adjourned at 6:12.
Yeah,
Boom, boom, boom.
yeah, I guess. I don't know if that's a typo or what. That was
No,
No.
there was,
I think it was quick.
okay,
it was because there wasn't much on the agenda.
okay. All right, next item, agenda.
So am I motioning to,
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Accept the minutes, as read for June 23rd. All those in
Yes.
favor?
aye,
Aye.
Okay, so those minutes can be signed. All right,
okay.
yeah, jumping the gun here, all right. Next item, agenda. Okay,
Yeah.
Yes, for August 25th.
yeah, August 25th.
Linda has the floor, I believe.
I believe she does.
Yay.
Yay, oh, yeah, yay.
Uh, I got approved. The LA4 was certified, so I'm happy. Okay, so basically in this agenda is the some of the things that happened in July since we missed the meeting. So basically they're combined. There's some old stuff and updated ones. So the LA3 got approved by the DOR.
Why don't we explain what that is?
The sales.
There we go.
That sales, we did the sales analysis, the time frame analyzed was January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024 for residential and condo class, and 2 years from January 2023 for all other classes of property. The reasons that we do 2 years for other classes, it's if we do not have enough sales, then we can go 2 years, but so we can get the numbers. So the new proposed values for sale properties reflect on the ratio studies were arrived at through a preliminary analysis. So we had 41 sales for residential from January to December 31st, 2024. And our median was 89 with a COD of 1303. We had 15 condos. You guys have the report? I sent it on the email. I'm just going through.
I don't know that I got
Yeah,
that.
okay. It's to Board of the Assessors. The email is the status of the fiscal year 2026 update project.
I don't think I got that.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
It was July last month. We're supposed to discuss this last month, but we missed the meeting, so probably I can see it here on the email that I sent it over. But that's okay, I can go
Well,
on and
we can send it again or go over at the next meeting.
I mean, we're certified, we're done. I can just explain a little bit how many sales we had in each category if you want to.
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, so we had 15 102s, which is condos, and then we have two for two family for this fiscal year. I mean, for 2020, we checked the 2024, January to December, and then commercial, the last 2 years, we only had one sale. So for FY 2026, we have some changes, and then we have some square footage price and value changes. So
Where did those changes come about or from?
based on the sales analysis.
Okay. All right,
So that concludes the LA3. We
okay,
submitted to the state, they verified everything, and then they approved it.
all right, great, good
Okay,
work.
okay.
So with that, are we kind of technically done this reval, and what position are we in to send our bill out?
I mean, I am the first one that starts gathering all the numbers in Gateway. So basically, it's the LA3, which is approved. It's the LA4, it's approved. I'm working on the new growth. I just have to change a couple of more things, submit that, and pretty much I am done.
Okay, so we are
And it's
done.
just the local receipts, the other correct. So
Okay, terrific.
our department is done. Yes, that's great. We're done with the reval.
What do you think the projected date of is getting the bill out in, what is it, November?
I believe
So-
so. Yes, if
October 1st.
October 1st it can go out is the earliest?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
October 1st to be paid by November 1st.
Okay,
That's
so,
my birthday present. That's why I remember.
we're still in August, so great job. Okay, moving on. Yep,
yeah, so we had some changes on the equestrian farms. We noticed that they had some buildings that were not taxed on the residential, so we changed them onto commercial. I went and inspected a couple of them, and I explained to them that this is the change that needs to happen, and they were okay with that.
Yep.
So we have a little bit of not growth, because reval it's not a growth, but a little bit of slight of a shift on the commercial portion on the LA4 because of these buildings. I'm going just through the list, the agenda. And then
Okay.
decision regarding 244 Gates Pond, we already had that discussion with Danielle.
yeah,
Revaluation approved by the DOR, the LA4. So public disclosure of tax valuation, it's from this Monday till next Tuesday, the 2nd of September.
meaning
If
if somebody
someone,
wants to be nosy and see their neighbor's taxes, they can come up and look? Is that what you're telling me?
the values are online, if they have any questions or
I
any.
don't even have to come up, do I? All right, it's even better. Okay,
Okay, yeah, so basically 9 to 1, I'm there for any question. If someone wants a property card, we can go ahead, they can call the office or email us, we can print it, send it over. And that's what's going on. Chapter application were mailed for this year for fiscal 2026. We updated the maps on our counter. We have new maps for the whole town. So basically, I received like 3 sets of maps. I gave it, I gave one set of map to the fire chief and one to the police chief, so they, can have it the most updated one. And then we have to go in front of the Board of Selectmen on the 18th of September. And I have a list of questions that I have to work, the responses.
Okay, I don't know if I'll be here for that meeting, but I'll look and see. Okay,
And then Joanne basically is retiring.
okay,
So we posted the position on Indeed and the MMA website. We have like around 25 resumes, 25 applicants.
okay. Terrific.
Yep, I will start reviewing and then we can sit down and then start kind of scheduling something that works
Okay,
for all of us
yep.
and having interviews. Her last day is September 2nd.
So it's at 2 weeks?
No, next Tuesday. Monday, it's a holiday, it's Labor Day, and it's Tuesday, it's her last day, the 2nd of
Okay,
September, next week. Yep.
wow. All right,
How long has she been an employee?
With Town of Berlin, I believe 8 years.
Oh, wow.
More, yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
I went to last week. I was in school, the Massachusetts Assessors school. So I had a couple of classes. One of them is mandatory every year. It's the USPAP to renew my license. So I was in school. I did take some classes on personal property, like 3 days in a row.
well, that must have been a lot of fun.
It was a lot of material, but I learned some new laws and some
3 days? Oh my God,
actually, yeah. And then the fourth, I mean, Wednesday I had the USPAP and it's a great class, but I don't know. It's a little bit it's a little bit dry. That's the class that the appraisers, the assessors take. So, but it's all
wow.
good. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's great.
Hey,
Glad you're keeping up.
can I go back to Joanne? Is she gonna be in the office this week
Yes.
for the rest of the week or?
I believe I will request that she works on Thursday because I need to transfer some of her things to Dawn, so
Okay,
to have it as smooth transition as possible.
All right, so the goal is she's there every day this week, from our understanding.
Mhm. Yeah.
Except Friday,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But we're there.
No, nobody's there Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that straight.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, other than this, pretty much I'm happy. I'm like way ahead of a game usually,
yeah, no,
getting all this approval takes time, but I took it very seriously, and of course with the help of everyone else that it's involved because it's a very complex um planning, and so we made it thanks to Vision and the DOR and all of us that we did the data collection. So we're good. I just have to send the new growth and that's it.
good. Congratulations, great job. Really,
Yes.
really nice. Okay, is there anything else? Is there stuff to sign tonight? Or,
Yes, we have We have the meeting minutes for June 23rd, then we have excise commitment, number 4, 155 bills, $29,268.80. Then we have the month ending report for June and July for real estate and the CPA exemptions. We have month ending report for June and July, real estate, personal property, excise and CPA abatements. And we have 14 excise abatements for July and August, because, you know, we're talking about 2 months since we missed the meeting last month. And we have
Right.
1 chapter certificate revision and 12 approved exemptions, elderly exemptions.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, the regular building permit report for month of June and July, and then the sales report for June and July 2025. And our next meeting is scheduled on September 29, 2025 at 6. Besides that, we have the
what was that date?
29.
You,
Our next meeting, I think on the agenda says the 22nd.
correct. It
You say
does.
the 22nd, okay. It's the last Monday, right, of the month? It
I
has to
don't
be
know.
the last Monday of the month. Let me check. Okay.
Should be the 29th.
That
The
says
last
the
So
Monday.
it's correct, the 29th, yep.
So that's a typo, Kev.
Yeah, okay.
Is it
I
possible? Is it possible to keep it on the 22nd?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm flexible. We can make that happen, yeah.
let's try that.
Yeah, if
I
it,
thought you
what
had an issue, Kevin.
I'm sorry.
I thought you were the first one to say you might have an issue with that date. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just thought that you,
No,
He said
when we said the
he
20
said on the 18th.
I don't think I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
be here on the 18th.
Okay, I'm wrong, sorry.
Yeah,
I
I might
apologize.
be around on the 22nd. It's
Okay,
just that I'll miss battling with the select board, so. Okay,
So once I go in the office tomorrow, do you want me to change the date on the 22nd, or are we going to leave it on the 29th? Because I was,
we'll leave it and I'll call you. We'll get a couple things straightened out. Okay. So
Okay.
if it's, right now, it is the 22nd. We'll leave that.
the 22nd?
Yeah,
I have
that's-
the
that-
agenda on the 29th.
On this agenda, it has it on the 22nd.
Okay. Okay, I'll leave it as it is. And when would be a good week so I can start scheduling some interviews?
it really doesn't matter. We just want to begin. So most of the time they have to be after at least, I don't know, 5 o'clock. I don't know. Is that going to be an issue, or I don't know if the I know the answer to that question. I know the answer. But we might
Look,
we might be able to get 2 or 3 people in one night.
okay, no, that is okay. I'm salaried, I'm a department head, I have to do what
Yeah,
to be done, so I don't have an issue. If I have to stay, it's okay. Okay, I will keep that in.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
and
Okay, other than that, do you have any other question? Any of you, Jason, any questions or no? Okay.
okay. With that, we ready to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Okay,
to adjourn at 6:59 PM.
yes. So
I
all
second
those,
that.
all right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, aye it is. We are finished.